All right, so it's the first time you've opened up the Family History app and you're wondering where to begin. Well, I'm going to show you. The thing we're going to work on first is down at the bottom, the second tab is Tasks. The easiest thing to start with, your page probably looks like this. If you pull down just a little bit, you can see these drop downs in a search bar. The best thing to start with when it comes to family history and learning how to use this app is the hints. Blue dots. Blue dots are awesome and they're easy and anybody can do them, and it's definitely a good way to start getting used to working on the Family Tree app. I'll show you how to do it. So you can either click the blue dot, put your little finger right on that blue dot, and it'll open this page up, which shows you the the record that needs to be attached. Or you push the person. I like to go this route a little bit better because I like to see some of the information about the person I'm working on. Like this guy was born in Ely, Nevada. If I hit the blue dot now, I can go in here and I can always go back to Leonard. So I just like having that there. Expand this. I can read this information if I wanted to, but really it doesn't do me much good because it's all going to be presented a second time on the next page. So I'm going to hit compare. And here's where on the left it's the record and the information pulled from the record. On the right, it's the person and the matching. So your job is to match them. You can touch the image on the left and it'll actually pull up the document that it was scanned from if you by chance needed to read it or something. You hit the image in the middle here. Oh, well, this one doesn't have an image, but you can explore more. And you can also click on the blue dot of the face on the right and go to the person and read more about them too if you need it. So we can see right under the two titles it says groom. So this record's a marriage record. He's the groom on the record. So Leonard W. Goulter on the left, Leonard William Goulter on the right. Seems like a match. No other information on the left other than he's a male, which matches. No other information. Residence in Fillmore. He was in Fillmore. His spouse's name was Elaine McPherson on the record, which matches the spouse on the family tree. Everything else looks good. So this is definitely a match. Not definitely. Very probably. We deal in probability in family tree, in family history. How probable is it that it's the person? So yes, we're going to attach this down to the bottom. And then we're going to review the other people on this record because we're here. And it's probably a match to that person too. So we got Elaine McPherson. Yep, matches. Okay, now here's an interesting thing. This doesn't match up perfectly. So it shows it on the left, but there's no match on the right. If it is correct information, you have the ability to click the green circle and add it to the permanent record, which you should do. This also shows up sometimes with discrepancies, like maybe a birth date up here says, on the right it says February 8th, 1929, but on the left it says February 7th. You can dig in and figure out which one's right and then override the actual family tree information if needs be. So this is a match. Go down to the bottom, hit yes, attach. And that's all. We just attached two sources to a record. You can go back. The blue dot goes away for him, and now we go to the next one, Hans Peter Hansen. Hit the blue dot, expand this out, press compare. Now we're going to match left to right. Hans Peter Hansen, pretty good match. Karen Peterson, that's not a match necessarily. Child Hans Peter Hansen, born in 1865. There's a Hans Peter Hansen born in 1864, which is possibly a match, so that's okay. Parents, okay, so we're not quite sure yet. So what I want to see is if he has another spouse named Karen, possibly. So I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to go to Hans. I'm going to go to his spouses. He has Anne Catherine Peters' daughter as his spouse, but I do not see anything that resembles a Karen for a spouse named Karen Peterson. Peterson is Peter's daughter, so that's the same. They do get weird with their spelling, so it really could be the right one still. Let's see if we can see any more on the information on the picture. I clicked on the picture above the left column, hit the image. So we can actually blow this up and zoom in. It's not always legible, but sometimes there's more information here. It's pretty amazing that these documents even exist, and let alone that we're pulling them up on our cell phones. I mean, that's getting blurry, but it's so small. Probably not going to get any more information out of that, so I'm going to go out. Okay, I'm not positive yet, so I'm going to hit skip in the top right corner because I want to look at the other records. So let's look at Hans Peter. Okay, so this is great. So this one does have a birth record for the son named Hans Peter Hansen, which has matched it to this Hans Peter, but the dates are definitely different. So this is not the same person. One of the problems with back in the day was so many people had the same names, so records get doubled up like this sometimes. So this is important because we don't want to attach a record to the wrong person. If you go back over to the first one, you can go down to the bottom and say, nope, this is not a match. You can put it in here if you want, like son birthday is different, not a match. Except for usually you spell differently. Differently. Oh, geez. And I typed differently. Oh, well. Okay, so we just knocked out another one. You just keep going through the blue dots until they're all gone. Compare. Okay, this one might not be a match either. That's an interesting. Hans Hansen, Bodil, Catherine. Oh, this is another red flag. The yellow box down here, the source is already attached to another person. That usually means it's not a match to yours. You can hit the view person and see if it is. Oh, wait, that is our guy. Wait, that was the one we were just on. Oh, that's a weird one. Anyway, blue dots. Start with blue dots. You're going to be a detective and figure out how to attach all these sources to the people that they are referencing. This one, Anders Ecclesdottir, which is the same as Eskildsson. Daughter and son are interchangeable. Changed all the time. 1811. So far, so good. Other, September 22nd, 1822. He was in Glesborg, Randers, Denmark. Which, if we look around 1820 and the other things he's got here, that would have been Glesborg, Glenmark. Yep, that would have been him. Parents, Eskild Sorensen. Yeah, this is a match. We could skip him and go check the parent record and see if it's a match, but we'll do that on the next screen. That's an attachment. You can always unattach people later if you need to, too. Yeah, these are matches. So, yep, we just got another one. Rinse and repeat. Keep going. Blue dots.